Hello everyone, welcome to The Way Within. Today we are going to be doing the third part in a series, which is the Universal Year 1, Personal Year 7, 8, and 9 with me, Nesrin, Wisdom Visionary. And I'm just going to show you the recipe or equation to be able to get the personal year for your reading via the universal year. So we're going to start off at the top with 2026 as a 2 plus a 0 plus a 2 plus a 6, which adds up to a 10, which equals a 1. We reduce it down, we take the 0 away. That is your 1 universal year. The birthday of the person in question could be yourself or someone else. I'm doing a hypothetical, March 3rd, 1965. So you're adding up the month, which is a 3, third month in the year. 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 5 equals 27. Add the 2 and the 7, it becomes a 9. Now this becomes the destiny number. We're not going to use this just yet, though it is advisable to keep it in your back pocket because it's going to come in handy a little bit later on down the line with other series that I create. Personal year is created by taking the 2006. It is being replaced over and above the 1965. So you're injecting that in there. It becomes March the 3rd, 2026, third month of the year. 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 adds up to a 16, add the 1 and the 6, lowest common denominator, 7. It is a 7 personal year. So the 7, in this regard, Universal Year 1, Personal Year 7, is the first reading that we're going to be doing in part 3. So I'm going to get started. And if you don't already know, I am an intuitive channeler empath with 5 clairs. I do tarot, numerology, Pythagorean specifically, also past lives and those that have passed on. So if you want a reading, I'm just going to bring this out. This is the PayPal QR code. So I'm trying to get the light on it here. And or you can go into the description in the YouTube channel for the links. There's a PayPal Me and a regular PayPal, plus the email that you can contact me. I'm not fancy tech. I don't come from that generation, but I will say this. I will be setting up a link tree with a calendar and possibly a website later on down the road. But right now it's pretty simple. All right, so I'm going to shuffle. By the way, Diaz deck. D-S-D-E-E-S. It was created about 40 years ago, so I'd say 80s. It comes from Switzerland. It's in 3 languages, including English. It was created by a company called Aga Mueller, again from Switzerland. I don't think you can get this deck anymore. It's a beautiful deck, by the way. One of my favorites, 40 cards. It's intellectual, non-emotional male. For me, it is visual, helps me to relate the numbers. It has a lot of numerology in it, but predominantly spiritual, very, very high light. What else can I say? One of my favorite decks. So we're going to be using this today to get into our Universal Year 1, 7 personal year, and I'm going to call you guys the 17s. Okay, we're starting, shuffling. I've already opened up the circle to the highest of the high, the most beloved. Also the Ascended Masters, the angelic realm, those that are our guides, as well the spirit animals, our ancestors, and only that which is positive may enter, that which is negative does not. Asking for the personal Year 7s, Universal Year 1s, please, at this present moment in time. 17, thank you. Expand upon this questioning hand. So, we've broken out the split of the deck into an internal and an external. So what we've got here is balance. You 7s, you are learning inwardly, emotionally, how to have balance. I'd like to point out here externally, there will be pressure put upon you either by someone or life itself, the externalized world, if you want to call it that, to remain in a neutral place. This card has many meanings. 2 and 7 add up to a 9. 2 is relationship, 7 is confrontation of fears, and also speaking up, as well as voice, singing, poetry, writing. It's asking you, in this particular case, the 7 personal year, where in which you start to develop your spiritual abilities, to speak up, to sing, to write. Also, it's martial arts, people who are thinkers, reasoners, intellects. So it's a number of the mind, but it's also coming to the end of being just in the mind into having faith. So 7 is also, my throat's clearing out. Somebody's getting the equation. Coming into a place of faith. So we've got balance on the inside and using prudence, it's an old word, but using your emotional balance in a situation where in which someone is either putting pressure upon you, hopefully you're not putting pressure upon someone else, again, remaining in that central, neutral, non-biased place, detached. Okay, could also mean that you're working too hard or possibly working too little, or that person is, again, you've got to deal with the situation with balance, okay, especially when it comes to your emotions. So this is a peripheral, all right? It's only with the first hand. I've got 4 hands to go to lay over. Cutting the deck 2 times to the left, taking a moment to see which deck wants to go where. So we're working with relationships. I'm not going to read anything until I've got all the 4 layers. Somebody has a pain in the back of their right shoulder. I would have to say right where the shoulder blade is at the back, so a little bit out from the collarbone. Just letting you know, if you've got that pain and you want to know more about the issues within that pain, you can get a hold of me in the description for a reading. My email and PayPal is there. So yeah, I'm going to leave that there and continue on with the second hand to expand upon the 1 universal year, 7 personal year. So we've got a 22. This is a number of 22 reduced to a 4. So we're going to look at it at its highest aspect, especially internally, the word skill. Skill means an attainment of the very highest place, coming to of an experience. So say you're a writer, you've published a couple of books, or you are a sewer and you have become a costume designer for a major movie project, or you're working for a museum, maybe you're a curator, maybe you are actually someone who replenishes or refurbishes paintings, old paintings, maybe it's history books, maybe it's manuscripts. I'm just saying that you have come to the very, very highest tier of your skill set. You could have many skills that you are now expressing you're about to emotionally express in the world, okay, with balance. In a 7 year, again, you're entering into otherness. So 7, 8, and 9, I just want to say the strata, or the third, I guess, echelon, if you want to call it. 7s attain spirituality. They move up the stairway to heaven. 8s become philanthropists. 9 do some kind of service in the world. They join across the seas to do Doctors Without Borders, or they're giving their time to some volunteer organization, or they may be giving service to somebody who is disabled, or they're serving in some capacity on the highest level without want of self. So the 7, 8, and 9 is the third echelon of you've got the skill, you've got the balance, and off you go into the ability to be able to give to others without asking for anything back. So complete compassionate service. Okay, so that's the expansion of the second hand. Okay, got some light in there. Remember, I'm not going to read it until we've got all of the cards out. I'm just getting a feel for them. This is so far so good. Pretty good reading. I don't know who it's for. You 7s out there. I'm a 6 at the moment. I'm sorry, 6 personal year. So whoever is a 7 looks pretty good so far. I will reveal it. Just give me a moment. Okay, so this is the expansion, the third hand, the expansion of the third hand, please, for universal year 1, personal year 7s. Thank you. That pain in the back of the shoulder, whoever you are. I'm just making note of it, okay? So here we have relationship within to God, God source, the higher power, however you want to look at your internal alignment to a higher power, you are coming into that relationship. So when you have this connection, you don't really need external you don't have a need for an externalized relationship from someone else. You're pretty content on your own. You're receiving messages. You have love coming through, light and love, energy to you. You've opened up the ability to let your light come in, and you can channel it emotionally to others. There's also a sense of the externalized world is helping you with your search. It's giving great depth. You're learning from it as it's learning from you. How I say that, you become a beacon of light for others. So depth is understanding how the world works in this particular. You really have come to a stepping stone, a stairway to heaven here. You are going up in terms of your energy and your knowledge base. Spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. All of the above. And all right, that's to the left. One more to go. Fourth. Please expand upon this questioning hand. Oh, one card. So this is about insight. Insight again is spirituality. Ooh, this is a great reading. So 1 and 5 become 6, 15, 6. There's a lot of healing. I'm getting chills up the spine, so the Kundalini is rising. Whoever this person is that I'm reading for, or the persons that I'm reading for, individuals, you're gaining insight on how to heal physical ailments using all the different aspects of herbalism or natural growing, or how to eat properly, proper nutrition, breathing techniques, meditative techniques, helping people alleviate their anxiety. So it's a form of working with community through health, social connection, as well as you're garnering insight to be able to apply these things. So it's more of an intuitive process as opposed to a learned process. You could be going to school. You could be a nurse, could be a social worker, it could be a therapist, you could be doing kinesiology. I'm just saying any of these where in which you are working with some aspect of rehabilitation, health, and or healing. Okay, wellness. Let's call it wellness. All right, so that card popped out. So I'm starting to speak Irish. One of my Irish guides is coming through. Her name is Claire. So just letting you know if I start speaking Irish, somebody out there is Irish and she likes you, because I don't speak Irish. I have no heritage with Irish whatsoever. All right, so inwardly, there is still some cleanup on aisle 5 with some karma from the past or issues from the past, especially emotional. And world around you is basically helping you to move forward. So as you clean this up inwardly, you are being given an opportunity to be shown the direction. Again, we've got a 2, 4, 6. This is about healing. This is a new foundation, but the foundation is clean up first and then move forward. So both are happening at the same time for you. This is the fourth hand. Sorry, my bad or my mistake. All right, where are we going with this? All right, to the right. Oh, that's the way it is. Ooh, lovely. So I'm going to move that aside. And how I read the cards is I work with, first of all, where you're at. And it starts from the bottom, goes to the top. So we have here thinking, 9. So it means that you're thinking about everything: school, social, family, relationships. A lot of stones around the stone. You can see that the stone is heavy in concentration. So you are thinking about many things at this particular time in this universal year 1, 7-person year. Okay. Also, we have home. 3 and 2 add up to a 5. It could be travel, you leaving home, or you coming back home. Maybe you're traveling abroad in some way, shape, and form, but it looks like you're getting out of the house and you're meeting up with other people, and you can see that there is a grand land in the background. So where are you going? What are you doing away from home? Traveling. Also, we have, you've cracked some code wherein which you understand the nature of power. 3 and 6, 2 of the harvest, 3, 6, 9. So we have the 3 and the 6 adding up to, it says it's 2 9 so far. You are in your power and you are expressing your power responsibly. Okay. We also have here a business and or existence, how you are either wanting to have a business or a job, or you already have one and maybe you want to switch, a new beginning. 2 is self and or relationships with others. It is also 8, which is money, materialism, abundance. Add the 2 together, you get 1. So a new beginning with how you are connected with others in abundance, a new form of existence. So 9, thinking, travel, using that incredible energy that you've got right now in a way in which you want to have a job or a business in the world. This is what you're thinking about, you 7s. Now, when it's usually an inward time for a 7, not necessarily, like for instance, even numbers 2, 6, 8, 22 are all external numbers, meaning they're numbers of going out there in the material world. So you have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 33. These are the numbers of spirituality going inward, creative, more of an expressive, not so go out and get, an externalized world. So the odd numbers are inward and the even numbers are more externalized, okay? Meaning you're out there creating, preparing. Inward is more contemplative, inward, subdued, restful, okay? I have a feeling though with your 7, your spiritual 7, your martial arts 7, your singing, guitar playing, piano playing 7, you're planning some form of new way of taking your skill and or energy in the world. Not quite there yet, but you're thinking about it. So it's a contemplative year, okay? I'll leave that in the center. Externally, okay, so this is the world. No, sorry. Yes. How the external world affects you. Sorry, I had a glitch in the matrix there for a moment. So 33, lovely number. It also means you're producing, again, adds up to a 6. So meeting up with community this year, as well, expressing your ideas. Remember, there's a crack in the stone, so the mother stone is giving life to baby stones, lots of them. Origin, who are you? What are you doing? Where are you going? It's a master number, so you're really creating something brand new in the world. Abundance, lots of ideas. So the externalized world is giving you the opportunity to express your ideas. And independently, and with relationships, or it is within a relationship or a business partnership. Very positive, not negative at all in any way, shape, and form. I really, really like this. So it's basically supporting you independently. Maybe you're part of an orchestra. Maybe you've entered, maybe you're teaching kids karate. Maybe you're in a singing group. Okay, I'm just expunging or expounding different things that could be going on, but it's very positive. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, in the past, what have you learned? Okay, so you had a few struggles, 5, change, chaos, strain, hard work to transform. Things that weren't working will start to work, but you've got to kind of release the stress from your life. It's also indicating here that you're not supposed to know what the outcome of it. Like maybe in the past you had pushed too hard to try to know where you were going. But guess what? That shifted. Your ideas are going to move you forward. It's in the past, yes, okay, difficult. Yes, not moving forward. Yes, not knowing where you're going, but you're going to start moving forward. You've separated from what was limiting you, and you're now in the direction. This card is relative to the Chariot. So you're moving forward where you're supposed to be going. You've been released from bondage, let's say that, or the inability to understand clearly where you're going. You've been given that clarity, those ideas to move forward. So that's the past, and that energy is now moving forward. Okay, so this is you, inwardly, your emotional self. Something has come to an end, but you have garnered the wisdom from it. So let's say call it a blessing, and now you are able to take whatever experience you've had emotionally and move it forward. This is a realization. So heat, realization, 5, change, growth, movement of the self, emotionally in your world. You're going to express yourself in a way through music, through spiritual energy, through some form of working with your hands. Maybe you're doing Reiki. You are bringing forth this revelation and understanding of what's come from a place of completion. Okay, so you've got solution, masterpiece, realization, self. All right, inwardly. This is your potential future, provided you have done all this work and you continue to do the work. This is the card of the influencer. You're going to be influencing others. It's going to be very successful in a place of balance with neutrality. Okay, but there's also a warning that you don't end up going back to any of the old habits that you've had in the past, in which you were subjugated or you subjugated others. You could have been, extremely overworked or underworked, meaning could have been sitting on your laurels. They want you to take the middle ground, the neutral ground, okay? 27 adds up to 9, completion. So we have 1, 6, 7 with a 3, 11/2. Again, I'm going to go with influence, success, balance, task, meaning you're going to get on with it, but do it with balance. Be neutral. Stay in the neutral zone. That's a very Star Trek thing. All right. So you 7s, it looks like fantastic, amazing, wonderful year ahead of you. Stay the course, stay balanced, and get her done. All right. I am going to go to the Universal Year 1, number 8, like personal year 8s. Just going to shuffle the cards here a bit. And I'm going to bring out the card that helps you with your calculations. All right. So Universal Year 1 is calculated by 2026. You can use any year, but this is the year that we're working in right now. 2026. So you add up each one. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 adds up to a 10. Take the 0 away, it becomes a 1. 1 universal year. You also need the birthday of the person that you're interested in understanding the personal year that they're in. It could be yourself or someone else. This is hypothetical, March 3rd, 1965. You're going to take the 3rd month, the third day, plus 1, plus 9, plus 6, plus 5. It adds up to a 27. Take the 2 and the 7 and add it up. It becomes a 9. Sorry. That's a Destiny 9. We're not going to be using the Destiny 9, but good to know for future videos. I'm going to be doing more in-depth series on numerology. So the personal year here, okay, is added up by taking out the 1965, 1965 and replacing it with 2026, adding up the month 3, day 3, 2, plus 0, plus 2, plus 6 adds up to 16, 1 and 6 are 7. It's the lowest common denominator. We're not using 7, we're using 8 right now. So universal year 1, personal year 8 reading. So I'm going to call you guys the 1-8 and let's start. And by the way, I am also an empath. I'm able to feel people's pain as well as the 5 clairs, the intuition, channeling, past lives, past loved ones contact, as well as numerology charts and numerology readings. So we've got a card that's already popped up, 2 of them. I'm going to go with it. So distance and secret. So you 8s are dealing with maybe, let's see if it ends up in the actual reading itself, but either the goals that you're trying to attain right now, sorry, just going to go here because it's the lay of the land. We'll figure it all out. A distance between 2 people, distance between you and your goal, or just distance in terms of understanding something. Distance between 2 people. Could be a secret that's being kept from you, or you are not able to relate to somebody. The previous card, distance, 1 and 9 add up to a 10, which is a 1 new beginning. Could be you being alone. It could also be in the next card, 1 and 8, 1 being self, 8 being money or power. In this particular instance, leadership and power, adding up to a 9. So some disconnect between you and someone else. You two are just not understanding each other. So there is a secret that needs to come out. 2 of you need to relate, maybe not. But let's see what happens if the 2 cards pop up in the actual reading. So I'm doing a reading for universal year 1, personal year 8. Again, if you would like a reading with me, this card got tossed. This is the QR code for the PayPal. I'm not very tech savvy, so this is as techie as I get. There's also links in the description as well, the email to contact me for a reading. Okay, thank you. Let's continue. Just expanding upon the hand for personal year 1. Universal year 1, personal year 8. Somebody feels lightheaded. I don't know who it is. Just letting you know, universal year 1, personal year 8 is a little on the lightheaded side. Not able to concentrate, feeling dizzy possibly. I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath and let it out and reconnect with the ground beneath you and to be present as best you can at the moment. Do some breath work. Slow intake, slow out, release. All right, this is about self. So, heat, growth, realization within. This is about you this year, not about anybody else, and how the externalized world is helping you move what it is that you want to do this year. So it's an 8-year. An 8-year is making money. It's having you magnetize to you the ability to manifest all that you've dreamed of. It could be that you're paying off debt. It could be that you are making money to start something new. It could even be buying a house. It could be investment savings. Let's see. 8 careers. Investment analysts, people who work in the stock market, People who climb mountains, believe it or not. If you go look at a lot of mountain climbers who climb Mount Everest and other, like the 7 summits, they've got a lot of H's and Z's in their name. So, you know, take a look at Hillary and Tenzin. He's got a Z and the other guy's got an H. So go look up mountain climbers. Even deep sea divers have that as well. I'm just trying to think of other types of 8s. So lots of philanthropists, people who do philanthropy have either an 8 destiny or H's and Z's in their names. People who own businesses. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. The dark side of the 8, though, is greed. So I'm just letting you know, hoarding, greedy. Yeah, could be abuse too, so be careful. I'm just saying it's the dark side. All right, we'll get more into it as we go along. Let's stay as positive as possible, and let's try to look at things as a movement and as healing rather than just stagnancy. 1, 8, please. Right, we got light around it. I'm an 8 destiny, so I kind of get the 8s. I mean, Capricorn is pretty relative with an 8. Most earth signs as well. Okay. Looks like there's some interesting stuff on the table. Who is the dizzy person? Oh. I'm going to suggest that if you can, and if the weather's good enough, go walk out on some grass or do some dishes or go do some laundry. It's very grounding. You need to do something that grounds you into the earth. The unbearable lightness of being is not good all the time. Somebody's too much in their head. Got to get them down into the body. If you want a reading, you can look in the description for my email and for the payment via PayPal. I've got a card that popped up. Let's have a look, see. So movement. So on the second hand, we are looking at some aspect of movement. Let's see if it pops into the deck. So 7, 2, relationships, 5, change, 7, with movement in faith. Eyes closed, allowing yourself to be pushed along wherever it is that you need to go. Let's see what ends up happening here. A lot of heady energy. Also, I'm picking up pain in the lower back off where there's the hip joint at the far back. I don't know who's having pain back there. Toxins in the cellular structure. So if you want to get in touch with me, I can help offload what issues are there and help you release it via releasing the issue. Just go to the description and you'll find my information there to contact me for a reading and help you offload it. Whoop, jumpy cards. All right, really jumpy cards. Okay, somebody who has had a fright. Let's try that again. Expansion for the second hand, please. Okay, thank you. Lesson learning going on for this particular group of 8s. Universal year 1, personal year 8. Please expand upon this questioning hand. Third hand, please. Sparkling pain underneath the breast, right in underneath the right. Sorry, just at the side and underneath the right breast. So sparkling pain, high energy in there. I'm getting the glands and nodes in there. All right, if you want to get a hold of me, I'll unpack that for you. The issues within. I want to say it might be the C word. So Yeah, there's hope. I'm just going to say there's hope. So get in touch with me and I'll be able to get in deep with it for you and, yeah, unpack it. So here with the third hand as a peripheral, we have internal, emotional self. You're thinking, this is definitely a reading of somebody who is growing within emotionally. There's also a need to not look outwardly to others in the world for a sense of belonging. You're enough. You don't need to be confirmed, affirmed by other people. You are enough. Okay, a relationship with self can be enough sometimes. So don't falsely look outside of yourself for affirmation from others of your own sense of who you are. You've got to pull back and take inventory of self. So I don't know who I'm reading for, but yeah, let's have a look a little bit deeper. Okay. Remember, I don't usually read until I get all four sections laid over one another. So I'm spending upon the questioning hand at this present moment in time. Oh, card popped out, balance. Again, that card that came out in the beginning, a need for balance within the situation. So 11 reduces down to a 2, so be careful of addictions, but it's stating prudence within situations. We don't know what the situation is completely. We've got a little bit of an idea from the peripherals. Just expanding on the fourth hand, questioning hand for the universal year 1s, personal year 8s. Thank you. Okay, direction, movement within emotionally. Again, within relationships, new foundation within relationships emotionally. But again, that same card about belonging externally. So there still is some issue with either somebody coming to you wanting your attention, or you're going to them trying to get their attention. It's neediness is basically what it is. So be careful. It's a higher number. It's a very positive 7. Do you compliment the person? Does the person compliment you? In the workplace, do you compliment the job? Does the job compliment you? But you are moving inwardly, emotionally in that direction. So be mindful. There are only 40 cards, so they're just tiny little piles. All right, we've got light around it. Thank you. Ah, this is about a relationship. Interesting. All right. Sorry, I'm just going to take the middle deck here. And what we've got here is thinking 9. Kind of like what we had with the other one, but origin, skill, and home. Almost the same cards as the 7. Interesting. So you're thinking about many things, almost everything. Your mind is running with all of the prospective things that you could be wanting to do this particular year. Here are the ideas coming from the stone. The mother stone's cracked, having babies, 33-6. Again, it could be with community, it could be with healing, could be with you wanting to help community in the healing practices somehow, nursing, therapy. It could also be pharmaceutical and or herbal. It could also be Reiki as well. It could be shiatsu massage. It could be anything. Again, whoever that person is, I'm picking up the sparkling energy just under the rib. Beside the breast, where the rib is on the right side. So it could be that you are thinking of doing some healing work, connecting with others, possibly starting a business here even, using your skill, but you have to travel elsewhere. Maybe I'm getting a nurse here, or somebody who is in the medical profession going away somewhere else to another province or another state or another country to get a job, because travel okay? Go for it. I mean, you're contemplating it, okay? So that's where you're at. Externally, what is the world basically, what's the lay of the land as far as the externalized world to you, okay? How does it affect you? We have freedom, but we have distance. Masterpiece over top of that, stand still. Maybe you want to do your own business. Maybe you just want to be free. Maybe it's preventing you from going off and doing what you want just yet. It's at a distance. It does say you're going to have masterpiece, and yes, there will be transmutation. So the numbers are 3, freedom, harvest, okay? 19 adds up to a 1, but there's a distance between you and your goal, all right? Masterpiece is saying you will get there. You will have this harvest, but it's going to take you kind of slowing down, taking inventory, reevaluating, because it adds up to a 5, change, 1, 4, new beginning, foundation. Maybe possibly doing things in a little bit of a different way than you thought that you might have. So the externalized world is pressing upon you, maybe not just now, maybe not just yet. It needs a little bit more contemplation, but you will get there, okay? In the past, what are you bringing with you? What have you learned? You have learned how to be balanced. Hard work, but you're learning to be balanced. So let's say this card is a 2 and a 7. 2 is self. Also relationships, the go-between, the diplomat. 7, you're working with faith. Also 2 and the 7 adds up to a 9, completion. Within work, task. Expressing a lot of energy to get something done. There is either burdens or no burdens. You either have much to do to catch up on, or you don't. The goal is to always come into balance, the fulcrum point, holding the stone in between the two places of either too much work or too little work, or maybe you're being abused by somebody, or someone is abusing you, but this person looks awfully happy here, so he could have ego, she could have ego. We're not dealing with the sexes, it doesn't matter. The place to come into is the balance point, okay? Work with balance. Then we have influence. So let's just say you've learned from others and you're also teaching others in that place of balance. Here we have communication, connection. So the previous card is 1, 6 adds up to a 7. You've got ideas. You could be singing. You could be, again, doing energy work. Connection. One person connects to another. So you're spreading the word, or you're an influencer. Let's just say here there is a sense of triumph. There's 8, money, monetary, a little bit of tension. Could be separation between you and somebody else. Could be you and a separation at the job, meaning you want to go to another department or you want to go to another franchise. It could be you separating from the person that you're with, and you've communicated that because you've had enough of the abuse and it's in the past. It could mean many things. You're going to fit this in where you fit it in. So task, influence, connection, tension. It could be that the way in which you're communicating, it's triumphant for you, but it's causing a separation between you and others. Again, you're going to take it as you see it for yourself. Positive to me, high card on the top. It's always positive. I've got some, again, sparkling pain in the area of the abdomen, stomach area, whoever that is, and also an itching pain above the eyebrow. Don't know who you are, get in touch with me, I can unpack that for you. Inwardly, universal 1 year, personal year 8s, devotion, meaning a connection to God's source, meditation, you're getting downloads, you're seeing the light, let's just say those intuitional download little balls of information are coming to you with great ease, and there are many of them. Let's just say you're going to have to work hard at going in this particular direction emotionally, spiritually at this time. So 8 is, it's having you I'll unpack the numbers here. 4, new foundation. Abundance, 29. 11, sparkling ideas. Strain also means change, also means travel, movement within a situation. It's just hard work. It's just movement within change and hard work. Not negative. You got a high card, so it's a positive. The direction is true. Keep on trucking, as they say. All right. Now, the potential future, if you followed through with everything on your plate for the 1 universal year, 8 personal year, 1, 8. It's an interesting card. It does end up being about relationships. So return, clean up on aisle 5. This is karma. All right. Either you've learned it or you're learning it. And what you need to learn is don't waste your energy. Going back to that card in the past there, don't waste your energy. Don't waste your energy trying to convince other people of your ideas. You're very special, you're unique, but other people may not understand you. Let me put it this way. You're going to meet somebody in the future who understands you completely. This is about a relationship. It's also about how you use your power properly. It's also about manifestation and about that money coming through. Don't worry, you will meet someone. But in the meantime, you're cleaning up on aisle 5, past issues, especially when it comes to you either trying to help people or you're missing the mark. People are not understanding because they're not your tribe. And it's okay if they're not your tribe. In the near future, you're going to meet the people that you're supposed to be working with, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job relationship, partnership, or if it's a lover, husband, wife. Yeah, exactly. Highest card, positive outcome here. However this works out for you, it's a very, very positive reading. Just be mindful, okay? Please practice being neutral, self-love, and listen to your intuition in connection to God's source, that alignment. All right? So I'm going to collect the cards and move on to Universal Year 1, Personal Year 9s. I'm just going to stop here for a moment and talk about, if you're interested in a reading, this is the PayPal QR code. There's also links within the description on the YouTube channel. Also my email. I'm not very tech-minded. We're going to start here because this is a beginning stage. I'm also going to bring out the equation, the recipe on how to get yourself to know and understand the universal year. So first we're going to start with 2026. It could be any year, but 2026 is the year that we're working with. Add up the 2, the 0, the 2, and the 6, and it adds up to a cumulative number of 10, and then take the 0 away, you get a 1. 1 universal year. The person in question, this is a hypothetical birthday. March 3rd, 1965. It's the 3rd month out of the year. 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 5 adds up to a 27. Take the 2 and the 7, reduce it, meaning adding it to a 9. This is a destiny number. You don't need it right now, but you can have it as a knowledge for the future when I do other videos. I will present it again at the time. So let's take the 1965, get rid of that, bring down the 2026, and place it in the birth date, the month and the day. March 3rd, 2026, add it up. So 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 adds up to a 16. Take the 1 and the 6, add that up. It's your lowest common denominator of 7. We're not going to be using the 7. We're going to be using the personal year of 9. 1 universal year, personal year 9. We're going to call you 1-9ers, okay? And I'm going to start doing the reading. And I am a intuitive channeler, work with 5 clairs. I do tarot, Pythagorean numerology, past lives, and also contact with past loved ones. I'm also an empath. If you would like a reading, here's the QR code for the PayPal, and you can also go online to the YouTube channel description to get the links and also my email to book a reading. So let's start, and somebody has ringing in their ears, or almost as if getting that they may be ready to ascend or transmute into a higher octave of energy. So I don't know who you are, but you might feel like you have ringing in your ears. Just going to go for the 1-9s right now. Universal year 1, personal year 9, please. Expansion of hand for those present. Okay. And we have here depth. So you are searching inwardly for meaning, for understanding. Notice that there is a stone in front of a stone with its eyes closed and a little stone outside of it. So you would like to get past that stone to the meaning of what's behind, what's blocking you. Okay. Going inward, new beginning, search, depth 1. Okay. On the outside, we have relationships. Somebody in the externalized world, you have a relationship, or you or they have a relationship with them. It could be mother, father, brother, sister, cousin, uncle, friend, workplace partner, husband. Could be even a person who may have passed on, and you are having a connection with others on a spiritual level remotely. That could also be. There are a lot of people who are able to do that. Connect with others' energy from a fair distance. Like you could feel someone's energy from somewhere in the world. 9s have a tendency to be able to do that. It's also called the Christ conscious number, consciousness number. So 9s are basically people who have come here to give service. It's not an easy number. I have a few 9s in my own chart. I will put it this way. You have to learn to let go. We love, but love, it's not for a long period, or if it's for a long period, we are not attached to or hold on to it. We let it flow through our lives. We can love many, many people, but don't hold on to them. So we also experience, as a 9 or 9 personal year, we may experience endings or death. So those that are ready to move on to the next adventure of their lives. We may also, not necessarily death, but we may be ready to go to another new adventure for ourselves. A new epoch, a new time, a new way of expressing ourselves. People in 9 years going into 1 years will experience also new beginnings within that 9 year. So we may let go friends. We may let go family members. We may have people who pass on, pets that pass on. It's not a negative. It's just energy going from one form to another. Death is not the end. Okay? But let's read it, see what comes up. What are we dealing with? All right? So I'm just opening up the first hand. I do a mini Celtic cross. I do 4 layers on top of it. I won't actually read anything until I get those 4 layers. All right, I'm being told to put that on top of the other. All right. And I am smelling smoke. So I don't know who's smoking, or if somebody's coming through from the other side who used to smoke cigarettes. Somebody has a person who maybe they have had a recent person who's passed on, and they used to smoke cigarettes, and they're smelling it, and they don't know the reasons why they're smelling these cigarettes. I'm definitely feeling an older person that's moved on, coming to me to speak with their person still living on the earth plane. And again, if you're interested in having past loved ones contact, please get in touch with me. I'm expanding upon the second hand. Thank you. Expansion of hand. Number 2 for universal year 1, personal year 9. Thank you. All right, communication from within. So you 9s, this here, you really are connected with God Source. and you are receiving a lot of downloads, possibly from those that have passed on, and or the Ascended Masters, the angelic realm, also your guides and or spirit animals. That communication has opened up for you this year, especially this year. Fantastic, beautiful. So within relationships, for the reasons of healing, and maybe you're making a job out of it, okay? Manifestation as well, all right? This is an externalized card, so outside looking into you. Again, many opportunities available for you. Again, it's a 9. They're being offered to you. Many opportunities, all right? Looks like a good year. Got a lot of high cards already. You've got all the 20s, 30s, and 40s. Could be a completion year for you. Some form of harvest in a 9 year. Okay, we got light. Good. Okay, I am picking up pain here in the wrist. I don't know who the person is. Carpal tunnel or sprain, maybe some injury, and also in the finger, middle finger right here. Ring, no, sorry, not a ring finger, but just the middle finger. So I'm getting either arthritis, could be arthritis, could be injury. And again, if you want to unpack the issues in there, help to release it, let me know. Again, the QR code and the links are in the description. And also the email to be able to book a reading with me. I'm picking up on this individual very heavily at this particular moment in time. I don't know who the reading is for. You will know. You will resonate with the information. So I'm expanding. Oh, I forgot to put a card on there. So I'm just going to concentrate on picking a card and placing it on, because I got distracted. It's about relationships. Okay. You 7s, 8s, and 9s. Yeah. Interesting. Please pawn the questioning hand for lay number 3. Universal years 1 and personal year 9. Thank you. A lot of light. Somebody has got a lot of light coming. When you close your eyes, it's just bright on the inside. And also pain in the neck at the back. A lot of toxins in the glands in the back, muscles. All right. Again, if you want me to unpack the issues in behind, please get a hold of me. I don't know who's going through stress and strain, probably thinking too much. Definitely overburdened. Maybe a lot of gas coming from the stomach region, affecting that area. And on the questioning hand we have here, a need to control your emotions. So, or maybe too much control of the emotions, not enough allowing it. It could be pride, it could be ego. Just be careful that you don't hold your emotions back when being challenged in a situation, one-upmanship, competition. Yeah, be careful of those emotions. And or it could be that you're developing a skill within your own emotional self, meaning you're using your empathy, your empathic abilities as a skill. That's another way of looking at it. It's a new foundation for you. So here we have 29 bright, sparkling ideas. So we've got the 20, 22, and then here the 2 and the 9 are reduced to an 11. So it's the externalized world saying, come on, you've got to use your amazing ideas. So again, you have a skill here with your ability to understand people's egos. Yeah. Let's go there. All right, let's Got a lot of light within the situation. I'm not unpacking it until we get to the fourth lay. Please expand upon this questioning hand for universal year 1, personal year 9. Thank you very much. Yeah, I got a card that popped out. Again, these sparkling ideas, abundance, place of completion. Okay, you're doing good. Doing very well. Meaning that there's opportunity, money, whatever. Whatever it is that you're looking for at this time, it is available to you. A year of harvest on the highest level. Cornucopia. All right. So the fourth hand, inwardly, emotionally, spiritually, is you are being inspired by Source in a way that helps you with your own personal healing and expression of self. You are being given all the information you require to express to the rest of the world. And what the world is asking you externally to you is, this is a time for you. It's a time for you to express yourself in the world. Somehow, some way, spiritually. Okay? Get yourself external and out there. Got jumpy cards. All right, I'm getting pain in behind the ear for some reason. It's on the left side. Again, if you want to unpack that, let me know. The links are in the description for reading, both PayPal and my email. Thank you. All right, thank you. Low number of cards, hard to pick up. Remember, I don't read them until I have 4 layers. All right, let's have a look at this. And we're going to go into how you are expressing yourself at this present moment in time. So I've got a test, a trial. It could be a judicial trial. It could be you're being tested. You're testing others. But it is a test. Or you are on probation, not judicially speaking, yes, but also within some form of, so trial, home, thinking, secret. Could be you and a partner are in the home and maybe that partner has come back, or you've come back to your partner and you're testing things out within the home environment. It could be that you are at home on probation. Okay, and I don't know what the secret is. Maybe you're not relating to the partner or family member. 21, 3, 5 change, 9. This is about some form, it's a double 9 here. Some form of completion, testing, trial, home, travel, thinking, secret. Could be you might be leaving the home because you found out a secret. Maybe somebody's fooling around or not being honest with you. It's a potential, okay? I don't know what the other cards have in store. Just as a basic, something's being tested while you're traveling. You're thinking about different things and something's going to be revealed to you, okay? But there is a double 9 here. Something's coming to an end. Take it as it comes, okay? Let's see what other cards we've got. We've got solution, completion, and something on the externalized world has come to an end and you understand. I've got sparkling pain right at my cheekbone. It's like I've been smacked in the face. Very painful. The bone hurts. It was a sharp pain. So maybe there's abuse going on in a household, or please, if that's happening, get yourself to a shelter, move on from the situation. This person is not treating you well. It's almost like you're putting your body into an adrenalized state, or your body is in an adrenalized state. I would suggest you find somebody trusting, go to a crisis line, talk to somebody. Again, if you want a reading with me, I will help you as best I can. I've been in a similar situation in my past, And so I do have the experience, and I can help you on a spiritual level and on a practical level, meaning just plain old experience. This has to do, yeah, this is not a good scene here. Somebody, end, existence, not being understood, separation, but it's also a card of triumph. But you're not, yeah. Whoever you, please don't unalive yourself. Please get a hold of me. Or it could be somebody who's trying to unalive themselves or do personal harm. Harm to you, harm to others. Just please, please, please get in touch with me. Solution and existence. Contrast meaning you're not relating to anybody, and it's like separation from the world. Or it could be somebody you're dealing with in the world. So I'm just putting that out there. I'm getting a lot of pain in the stomach, like churning pain. Somebody might be taking some drugs to try to unalive themselves. Just please, please get in touch with me, okay? These cards are not positive. Again, it's 9 years, so somebody might be trying to move on, pass on to another existence. My stomach is turning, okay? Maybe they have done the deed and they've gone to the hospital and they've pumped their stomach and they're recovering and they need help. They need counseling. They need therapy. Again, please, please get in touch with me, okay? The past. I have here somebody who either was experiencing abuse or is overworked. I'm getting a lot of energy in my body. So there's been a realization that they've, either have gone through abuse or they are overworked. Again, a distance from having a masterpiece in life. I don't even have to see the numbers on this. We've got a 9 completion, we have 5 change, we have new beginning, and we have, again, another 9 moving mountains. So maybe it's a realization that it's time to leave a particular situation of abuse, or you're being, put upon. So there's an abuser within the situation. You and that person are at a distance, and it's just time to move on. You've either realized it or you're just about to realize it, okay? Inwardly, emotionally. It's a mother with children, or you've got ideas, you would like to start something new. Maybe you're caught in a situation you can't get out of. Excuse me? You want your freedom, but you don't know how this is possible. This is what you're thinking and you're feeling emotionally at this time. We have a lot of 3s. Like, look at all the 3s. 33, 13, 1 and 2 adds up to a 3, and freedom 3. You want to get out and express yourself. You want freedom. You want a new life. What was and what is no longer working for you. So origin, karma, freedom. There's no way of getting out of it. You don't know how you're going to get out of it. It's also a person who would like to express themselves creatively, and they don't know how to do it. They don't see how they're going to get out of the situation to be able to have a creative life. Okay? So this is a difficult reading, not an easy one for the 9s this year, personal 9s. It is a new beginning, but it's also an ending at the same time. So here we have cracking power within a relationship, devotion, confrontation. Now, it doesn't necessarily power, sharing, devotion. So you are devoted to whomever this person is. You are in a relationship, but they're abusive. And you've got to take in inventory that this person may not change. You're devoted to them, yeah, but they're not going to change. A new beginning is you realizing that you need to move on. I can't tell you that. Nobody can tell you that. That's a decision for you, whoever you are. So power, cracking the power in the relationship. Yes, you're devoted, but you've got to confront that this is a hardness. This person doesn't love you. It's not like it's a low card at the top means it's not going to work out. Usually if the high card is at the top, it's going to work out. But if it's a low card at the top, it's not going to work out. I suggest you get some help, or please, please, please contact me. Okay? Again, I'm not very tech savvy. This is as techie as I get. Here's the PayPal. My information for the email is in the description on the YouTube channel. I wish I could say something a little bit more uplifting, but confronting this situation and learning what you can do to free yourself from the situation is the positive. It is the confrontation of that what is no longer works. Remember, you're in a new universal year, in a 9 personal year, so we have beginnings and endings. Whatever this is for you. I'm also getting pain on the shoulder. Crackling pain could be the skin, and then some churning in the stomach. I don't know who you are. Please get a hold of me. So that's what I have to say about that. It might not be a relationship. It could be you not having an understanding of what you need to let go of and what the new beginning is. I can give you insight into that. I'm going to leave it there. I haven't done this for anybody in any of the readings, but I'm going to give you some angel cards for the personal year 9s. Okay? I've not done this before. This is new and exception for the 9 years. And this deck works a bit differently. It comes in a few parts. So let me just get it organized before I lay it out for you. You're lucky, you 9s. Very, very lucky. Okay, let me just get this card deck out of the way. And so this is the situation at the present moment in time for you universal year 1s, personal year 9s. These are the angel cards, and hopefully this will be able to give you some insight into your situation and how to deal with it. I'm going to have 3 sections, so let's just shuffle this out. Okay, let's see if anything pops out for you. Okay, not yet. Okay, I got 3 cards. It's 3 too many. Oh, we have 1 card, 2 cards, so I'm going to put that there. Okay, this is very interesting so far. Give me a second to do the other ones here. And this is the so-called timing of when things are going to unfold. I will read them all once I have them on the table. 1 card, please, for universal year 1, personal year 9. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. And this, it gives you a yes or no, I guess you would call the outcome. All right, so this is how it goes. The situation is romance and ask help from others, meaning you need some therapy, you need some other people to go to ask for experienced advice, a transformational psychotherapist, an inner child worker, somebody who can help you see deeply, inwardly, myself included. I'm not a psychologist. I can only work with issues through experience on a spiritual level, but you need to go outside of the relationship because maybe what you're doing on your own isn't working at this time. The experience is not enough. You may not feel confident enough to make the decisions that you want to make. So ask others for help. It says a year from now that this will be resolved, or you may approach the person for help a year from now. I hope not, but that might be what is on the table here. The outcome of the scenario of you and the other person within the relationship, or you going to others, is unlikely. I would hope, my hope for you in resolution to this situation is that you go to ask others for help, and that in a year's time, you understand that this relationship is unlikely. It may not work. It's unlikely to change. This is the best that I can give within the situation. Okay? So thank you so much for joining me. I am going to be doing tomorrow part 4, which will be the 11s, 22s, and 33s. Personal year 11, 22, 33. And these are the master numbers, and their qualities are that these individuals, or in that year, you are doing some high spiritual, higher consciousness work on the planet. So it's a time where incredible things happen. Foundations get built, businesses, buildings, schools, policy development. A scientist makes a discovery. Let's just say the 33s, a breakthrough in some form of healing in the medical profession, or let's say there's a cure for cancer, whatever. I'm just talking generally. So big movements in years, personal years that are 11s, 22s, and 33s. So that'll be tomorrow, part 4, and I look forward to having you join me. Satnam and Namaste and blessed be. Thank you.